Hi all and welcome to our 2 p.m. roundup here on TCM. Now normally we do this roundup at anywhere between 12:30 and 1:30. The idea to do it today at 2 p.m. is to show that although it seems late in the day, we are already trading for 4.5 hours, but there are still 2 hours left. So between now 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. it's not really the best trading environment in most of the stocks, if not all of the stocks, or 99% of them. We're going to see a significant drop down in volume versus the first hour of trading. Now, who can save this day for us is a sharp move lower in the market. Highly unlikely to happen because I don't know of any news that are coming in the background. I don't know that there's any reason for the market to continue lower or actually move at all, being that the big day is not obviously today, but tomorrow at 2 p.m. So obviously the market is not going to stay at this level until tomorrow just because the FOMC meeting is at 2 p.m. There's always happening in the background. Something is happening. It can be a geopolitical issue. It can be tariff issues. It could be Trump Musk issue. It can be any other rumors regarding the Fed announcement tomorrow. So I'm not going to speculate on that. All we know is that now at 2 p.m. and if you're looking for a trade, it's not an easy trading environment. Never is at 2 p.m. unless it's a Fed day. Maybe then there are other opportunities, but that's not relevant. We're going to talk about the Fed day tomorrow at 2 p.m. The idea here is that if you're looking for a new trade right now, you have to be very, very precise, very, very, I would have to say, professional about it. The best day, the timing for this timing is maybe to add on existing position that's doing well. To find a new trade, we'll try to do it right now. And first, let's see where we're sitting. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. If you remember, we started down 0.5%. And we are now actually a little bit lower after 4 hours. The SPY is at the lows of the day, and down 0.86. So we traveled down from between the now and the open $2.50. Very unimpressive. Very, very unimpressive. That's 1/3 of 1% roughly, maybe a little bit more. Same goes for the Nasdaq. Okay, so we know that the trend in the S&P is lower. We should look particularly for weak stocks. Let's do that. Another option is to look at the gainers losers list and assess if there's any stock that doesn't look at all like the market, either way weaker or way stronger. It can be a weak stock that's moving higher, or can be a strong stock that's moving lower, but it's not mimicking the market whatsoever. Okay, let's start with our with the leaders list. So TAN, that's the ETF for clean energy. It was down 10% at the open. Actually, it gained, let's call it roughly 0.75% in 4 hours. So nobody was excited overall about getting on board with clean energy despite the 10% pullback overnight. Same goes for airlines, down 4%. Robinhood is and Tesla. Tesla actually doing a nice continuation play following yesterday's weakness. So robo taxi, I don't know if we can say it's not getting a welcome here. PLTR is way weaker than the market. Keep in mind the Nasdaq is down 1%, PLTR is down 3%, Tesla nearly 4%. Starbucks is down, TSM is down, Amazon is down, Nvidia, which is the most important stock, was up more than 2% at one point, now down 0.5%. So again, nothing to write home about. On the positive side, we have energy, which is up, Oxy, ExxonMobil, and the sector overall up. And if basically you're looking for a long, in this market, you should be looking at the energy sector on paper. Let's see how it looks. Oxy, that's one of the leading stocks. I'm also looking at ExxonMobil. This is Oxy. Okay, so what do we see here in Oxy? First of all, the range not that impressive, up 2%, so it's not a winner. It's way stronger than the market, but not a winner. Looking back at the chart, this reversal here at 46.20, very nice technical entry for those who love this type of setups. So it has a reversal level, and you can see this beautiful, let's call it algo buying on a pullback. Looks very nice, or looked very nice, and definitely driven by the power of algos. And this is let's call it a 20-cent risk here, yielding 40-cent, nearly 50-cent target before pulling back almost all the way. But still, a clean move higher with a almost perfect technical setup. That's something that I myself probably would have traded, probably. Let's take a look at ExxonMobil. Also up significantly over the market. Hold on a second, guys. Everything is a bit slow. That's the energy sector, and I wanted to look at ExxonMobil, not at the sector. Sector is for me a reference, but ExxonMobil looks somewhat like Oxy. I think if there was a trade, probably it was that reversal here at 114. If we're looking at ExxonMobil, again, not a tough. Not a clear setup, and the entry doesn't carry almost risk. Only 20 cents on a $114 stock. That's roughly 0.1%. The problem is that it's I think it's tough to decipher it. It's also under the VWAP. The reversal is though very clean, so that's 20 cents of risk yielding 70 cents of profits. Yeah, nice overall, but not an easy trade at this setup. So if you're looking at the rest of the market, of course, you cannot say that we're looking for longs when both the SPY and the Qs are at the lows of the day. And let me take a look now, because we have plenty of time left, and let's take a look at 2 or 3 Nasdaq stocks that are really weak today. Let's take a look at PLTR. Let's take a look at and at Robinhood. Let me see if I have anything else that I want to look at. At the bottom of the list I have Robinhood, Tesla. Okay, PLTR, Robinhood, and Tesla. PLTR, beautiful reversal after moving higher, encountering this 140, 170 at the highs of the day. You can see it was tested almost over 20 minutes, failed. Well, I don't want, not at all-time highs, but near all-time highs for PLTR. Seemed like I guess it seemed like a good profit-taking place for investors here. Near all-time high. Yesterday it traded as high as 145, clearly all-time highs for the stock. So again, why would you even short or look at the short in PLTR? Maybe because of the market. Overall, this is not a stock that is screaming short me. Definitely not before it broke this 139.50 level. So again, if you're looking at a great risk reward trade, this one was a good one. The question is, why would you even look for a short trade in PLTR? I don't see any reason for that. I mean, typical move should be down and then up. Again, assuming the market is doing the same. In our case today, the market did the opposite. So the market is the one behind this move in PLTR. Let's move now to Robinhood, another great mover. Okay, now we're seeing better things. Take a look, guys, at this bear flag formation at 75. Very little risk. That's one of the virtues of this stock. A $70 stock that you can trade at times with a 10 or 15 cent stop loss, which is roughly 0.1 to 0.2%. Let's call it 0.2%, and that can grow into $1. In this case, almost a $2 move. And again, the risk reward when trading Robinhood at the right place, and this is clearly the right place. Hold on a second. This bear flag formation, clearly the right place. The trend is kind of the lower. Again, you need to have also the intuition to short this stock. Pretty much like PLTR, only here. Okay, so you make a mistake and you go long, and it could have been going the other way if the market was moving the other way. So you lose 15 cents. And you do the right thing, and you get lucky. So it goes from 74.88 to 75.08. Let's call it 20 cents of risk. 20 cents of risk to yield almost a move from 75 to 73. So that's 10 to 1 in terms of risk reward. That's amazing, 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 amazing. Okay, so let's take a look at Tesla before we move to at least one more stock. I wanted to talk about JBL. I don't think I will have the time for it. If we are believing in Tesla, I can see a couple of nice reversal plays lower. None is nicer than this one that I'm pointing right now. Keep in mind it's all in retrospect. So this is those are the easiest trades. This 320.50 perfect breakdown. Now if we move and look at the TSLL, which I suggested many times that should be the trade and not Tesla, and we look at TSLL, which has exactly the same chart, but it's instead of trading a mega $300 stock with slippage, here you can go short 12.30. You have a risk of 8 cents. Let's call it 10 cents, and the result is not bad. Although it nearly came back to the entry, but that's nearly. So if you short at 12.30, you risk 10 cents or to the VWAP, which is perfect in terms of finding a technical entry point as well. Let me draw it. You can see it here. The stop loss in red, the entry here under 12.30. This move wasn't very easy to decipher, but eventually yielded also 4-5 to 1, which is nice for this time of the day. And I will show you one more trade. Zero. We talked about this stock today. Finally, there was a clean entry in this trade, and the clean entry was this reversal. Take a look, and then look at your charts. Try to find a better entry. I mean, you needed to wait almost 4 hours for this reversal, risking $1 to buy 21 and have a stop loss at the chart at 20. A lot of risk, but this is how you trade if you want to trade a $200 mega mover. That's a $1 risk, which is 5%, versus a quarter of that. Sorry, 1/10 of that when trading a normal stock. Okay, guys, that's it for this recap. Hope it was clean enough, or else we'll have more on this subject, and we'll see you in our next video. Please like and subscribe, and if possible, join our seminar over the weekend.